and it's 17-0. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, love that.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
On first down, Allen. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
They'll run on first down. It's Bell, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Well, this week 1 matchup pitting a couple Empire State rivals, no strangers to each other. They were both original members of the AFL, the American Football League, way back in 1960 to 1969. It's been a close series. Bills lead it all time, 62-55. And, of course, both of these franchises really feel like they have their quarterbacks of the future in Josh Allen and Sam Darnold. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Darnold on 3rd down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And the lead now increases to 20-0. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense, because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Airing it out deep for Smith. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of
under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Ed Oliver in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. To return is Roberts. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, I think.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right.
It got his man complete. Past the 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Devin Singletary with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Bills get a bit closer. Hauschka with the extra point, and that will get him one closer. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game up.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Off the edge, Jerry Hughes gets the sack. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for second and 23.
41 Mike. Check pass.
To throw is Darnold. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And now it's third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. The shotgun snap for Darnold. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. So possession goes over here on the punt. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, first and 10. So good field position for the Bills as they come up first and 10 right at the 50-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
On second and 7, Allen flush to his right, and he whips that one incomplete there. He was looking for Devin Singletary there. Third down here. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Allen from the gun, he'll throw. And that's caught by Smith. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion.
Right there, 54, right there, 54. I'm coming at you.
Here's Allen on first and 10. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Jordan Jenkins, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Devin Singletary making quite a splash with his second touchdown in his NFL debut, as his guys are back within a single score. Hauschka adds the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This one taken from the 7. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On 2nd and 9, Darnold. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
All day, defense, all day, all day. Hey, switch gears.
So after the INT, it's Allen. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Allen. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to be intercepted. Jamal Adams with it, the all-pro safety. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete on 2nd down now. It's Bell, and he'll get only a couple up to the 22. Back to throw, Darnold, escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first.
Someone knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up that first down now. I'm not so sure about the technique in getting there, but he went for it, and he got it.
Exactly. He knew where he needed to get, because remember, if he slides, when that derriere dips, if you will, that play's over.
The derriere dips, I like that one.
Yeah, been working on it for a little bit. They'll go again with Bell. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Set. The mic. 41's the mic. Check 41. I got it. Hey,
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold.
It's just me and you.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Matt Milano gets to him well behind the line of scrimmage. That is a loss of 17 yards. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And out of bounds. Where will they spot it? At the 35-yard line. So great field position coming up. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's caught by Brown for a Bills touchdown. John Brown, 35 yards, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Hauschka with the extra point, and that will put them on top here in the 3rd. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Bell. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Darnold. Flushed out right. Letting one go deep for a noon long. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now it's Darnold. Open man, it's Allen. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Here's Darnold. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet 1st down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Check. Hey, Haywood.
To the air again, Darnold. That's complete. It's Bell.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2. Throwing again is Darnold. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of 2 halves, won't you?
Right, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. To throw on 2nd and 10. Allen eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jordan Jenkins able to record his 5th sack of the season. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Now Allen. Man open, that's Robert Foster complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. From just shy of midfield, Allen. And this one caught by Beasley. Beasley signed with the Bills in March just before his 30th birthday after 7 years with the Cowboys, hoping that he can be a very valuable slot receiver in Buffalo. Just under 700 yards last year and 3 touchdowns in Dallas. On 3rd down, they go with Singletary. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. It's a 1st down following a gain of 3. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On 1st down, they stick with Singletary. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. From the 36, Allen. Dancing to his left. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 24-yard line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Allen now on first down. Steps away to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
And we'll get a couple here down to the 22. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Forced out to his left. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble. And now a timeout taken here defensively with 2:07 remaining. So they'll also have the stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Check 56.
They'll flip this quickly out to Beasley. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. From 13 yards out. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt-away-the-game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run-pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Darnold. Flush to his right. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The sack there by Trent Murphy. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Touchdown, baby. 6. Quick 6.
That's about as tough as they come. You're driving to try to put the ball in the end zone and tie the game, and that happens.
It's exciting for us, wasn't it? Because we were thinking, hey, we might be headed towards overtime. Instead, it looks like this one may very well be done. And guess what? If you're a fantasy owner and you have that defense, you just had a big, big game, didn't you?
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at the 3. And he's going to be out of bounds here on the return at his own 2-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Well, we'll see if they can do it here. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Now Darnold. Now a desperation throw. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off at the 49. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4. At the 46-yard line.
They go right back to Singletary. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just one.